All right, so let's talk about what happens the day you get your decision. It is party time. You've got your decision. I don't care if it's workers' comp, veterans, civil case, whatever the case may be. You got a decision from the court. Now you're trying to process what happens next. Okay, now let's not talk about it from the standpoint that you got what you want. If you got what you want, it's really more of, how long is it going to take for those things to kick in? That's the easy part. In terms of, okay, you've had this happen, you got what you wanted, now you just need to know when it's going to kick into effect. That's the easy part. Here's the not so easy part. The not so easy part is when you're in a situation where you didn't get the outcome you were looking for and you're trying to figure out what exactly is going to happen next. So let's kind of go down the list of different things. First, you want to know what your appeal rights are. You want to know ahead of time, what can you do next? Meaning, is there another court that you can go to? How long you have to go to get to that court? What are the standards of that court? Meaning, a lot of times what happens is that whatever happened at that court that you were originally in that didn't get you the outcome you were looking for, you're thinking, well, maybe this other court will look at this differently. Well, their standards are a little different, because if you're going to a higher court, they're not necessarily going to look at the case the same way that that lower court did. So you're going to want to know what's going on from that standpoint. You want to know what your time limits are in terms of how much time do you have? Because guess what? If you're talking to your attorney may tell you, hey, this is what's going on here. This is what you need to look at. And you got this amount of time to make a determination whether you want to keep fighting this thing or whether we're going to stop. Or if the attorney is telling you, I don't think this is the case that we can keep fighting. I think we're done now. And then you may want to use that time to go find someone else. So you're going to want to know how much time you have available to make a decision should you decide that you want to go any further. And the last thing is asking yourself, what options do I have? And that can be the tougher part, meaning not only are you looking at, okay, what can I do in terms of furthering my appeal? You may have to ask yourself the hardcore option. Maybe you have a case that's not that great, but circumstances with regards to another case you have coming up are a lot better. And you might want to focus on that other case, or maybe you're in two different courts. Same facts, but just kind of two different venues. One venue, which you just got a decision, not the best in the world, but the other venue is awesome. So you may decide, I need to redirect my energy to that one as opposed to this one. So you want to start evaluating what are your circumstances and whether or not it's in your best interest to maybe move forward in a different direction. So when you're looking at all this as a whole, collectively, you want to say, okay, that one didn't work out. Maybe it's time for me to switch gears and say that maybe going through this particular route is not the best one. I may want to go through here. Either way, when you get that decision, you're going to have a lot of things that you're going to have to decide about how you want to proceed. You want to decide whether or not you want to keep fighting in the same venue, whether you want to switch to a different jurisdiction, maybe you want to take an alternative course of action, maybe you want to find another representative, or you might want to decide to give it all up together. Either way, when you get that decision, make sure you take the time to read it. Take the time to talk to your attorney to get them to explain it to you so that you can have an appreciation of it, and make sure that you understand what you can and can't do going forward. So this way you can get the best outcome for yourself.